Carlos, well done on a great movie.
Thank you very much.
And thanks for speaking to me here on Jacaranda FM. How much is the look of a character shaped by the voice? What do you have in your head first? A voice, a look?
At first it's the character. I think we don't think about the voice yet. We think about the personality of the character, so we write a profile of each character, like what they like. You know, almost like a fake profile, fake bio for the character. We write something like that, and then based off of that, we start to design it. So, but we don't have an actor in mind most of the time. Like, we're just talking about the character and who he could be. So we have a list of like maybe a handful of actors that could be that character.
Okay.
So therefore, we don't try to make the character look like the actor because we don't know who we're gonna get. But then I think that after we record the voices and we find the character, the mannerism, the way that the eyes move, and the way that the mouth shapes, or the way that they deliver a line, it could influence the animator to create a little bit of, to capture that character. So a lot of people say like, oh, it looks just like such and such. And I say, yes, but it's more like, I think the vibe, the way that they talk, than it is the look of the character itself.
What is your favorite animation character of all time?
Oh gosh, there's so many. I love Tom and Jerry. I always love them. I find that I was just like in my room, like watching them again. They're just so fun, you know. It's the kind of cartoons that it's hard to make now. You know, it's just like sure. It's all the physical comedy, but there's so many. Like I have a laundry list of characters, and one of the characters that I love the most is one of the characters that we created at Blue Sky, which is the Scrat, the little squirrel. I thought.
What is that?
It's a mixture of a squirrel and a rat, a prehistoric kind of like character that we created.
I've lost a bet, sure. Because we were talking about what the hell is that character, the nut. I love that thing. That's really awesome. Very strong theme in this movie is nature conservation. And as a South African, it's something very close to ours as well. We battle with poaching of rhino, elephant, lion, etc., etc. Is that something close to you personally as well?
Very close. Message? You know, I think from our countries like that suffer through like an amazing, not suffer, but has an amazing beauty.
Sure.
But at the same time, the richness of it sometimes gets taken away by destruction. You know, it's something that is really dear to my heart. Like I think that we have to protect it. Like not as much for us, but for our children and for the future. You wanted this to last. You know, and like you look around. You know, our environment has been completely like poached in general.
I mean, look at this. We have to look after this.
It's like we do have to, and I think that's an important message. Of course, we don't have handed it to do it, but we do it in a way that's light, it's fun,
and well done on that.
Yeah, you have to, because then the kids will be into it.
Sure.
If you just hit it too hard on them, like they might just like move away from it. But we do it in a way that at least like I keep saying that at least if the child watched this movie or the parent watched this movie and feel like curious about how to protect it, I already win. Like it's already a win for me. So
and that's awesome. You deserve an award for that, putting that in the movie. This movie, Rio 2, goes out of the city into the jungle.
Right.
How familiar are you? How familiar do you need to be with the Amazon to shoot a movie like this?
Well, I decided to do it because more than not just the Amazon itself, because there's so much research done for Amazon. Like you can find so many videos and pictures. I wanted to be there because Rio, I'm from Rio, so when we did the research for Rio, I brought the crew that never been to Rio so they can be blue.
Sure.
So they all blue for a day or two in Rio. And I would never been to the Amazon, so now I wanted to be blue going to the Amazon.
Sure.
So I went by myself with my family, and we just spent that 4 days there just to soak it all in, and it was incredible. Because more than the reference of pictures or the location was the vibe. How did I feel there?
Sure.
And one thing that I felt was that definitely it's not a place for humans. I think it's a place for the nature. It's
well
so perfectly balanced that every time that I was stepping onto a place, I felt like I was intruding into it.
Yeah.
So I was,
good.
Then that's what I wanted to capture. I wanted to capture that, leave it the way it is, and then people will feel good.
Would you survive there?
I don't know if I would. It's very
Are you blue?
tricky. Sometimes it could be blue, you know.
I don't see the fanny pack, but I mean,
I have a little fanny pack.
I was wondering about that. Is Carlos gonna have?
It's so funny with the Amazon. I took a bunch of stuff like bug spray and all that stuff, but I didn't use any of it because you get that city kind of like thinking about like, oh, I'm going to the jungle. Yeah. But no, actually, it was quite natural and quite fun, and I didn't feel. After a while, you forget that you have an iPhone, you forget that you have this stuff, and then you just kind of like sit and just look at it and go like, wow, this is amazing.
The one thing I did enjoy about the movie is the music.
Yes.
How important is the music in a movie like this?
It's important. It's hard to talk about Brazil without thinking music. You know, it's all connected. Sure. And of course, having Sergio Mendes, Carlinhos Brown, John Paul, my composer, everybody coming together to make this movie and bringing new talent into it. Kristen Chenoweth, Janelle Monáe, Jermaine Clement, all these guys coming in and adding more music to it. It was a lot of fun. We brought a lot of musicians from Brazil too. doing body percussion. We have the Barbatooks that did body percussion. It was awesome. So it was quite an experience. And I think this movie, we managed to have more freedom with music and feeling more Brazilian and more fun, even than the first one.
Lastly, for Rio 3, consider South Africa.
Well, South Africa is very close to my heart. My editor is from South Africa.
Oh, wow.
He's from Cape Town. And
wow, cool.
And we always talk about it. We always talk about it because, you know, we share a lot of cultural similarities.
Absolutely.
And the
music's part of it, the vibe, the culture.
It's so much like that. So we talk about this all the time.
Awesome, that's good to know. Thank you so much for speaking to me. All the best of the Rio 2.
Thank you.